dare him? How dare him?
How dare him? Kenny Crumpton, you know what? You look like
What's that, Wayne?
You look like an astronaut today or something.
Well, a lot of people, Wayne, have referred to me as pretty flighty, so I guess it's apropos.
Come on.
I was just kidding. But I'm
I'll fight him too. Bring it on.
No, we're having a great time here, you guys, at the Great Lakes Science Center and their partner NASA, because we know the NASA Glenn Research Center is right down the street. Very exciting time with those guys, and that's where Jimmy and his team comes in. Good to see you, Jimmy.
Good to see you,
well,
sir.
gee, you have Artemis on your shirt. What's that all about?
Yeah, man. So Artemis, we're launching the first mission on Monday, the 29th. So Artemis 1 will be an uncrewed mission around the moon for about 42 days.
Okay.
So what we're doing on that mission is we're going to prove our Mega Moon rocket, the Space Launch System, which is right here in the Orion capsule that'll carry astronauts on future
And so,
missions.
Lamont, if you can, without breaking your back, this is a 30-foot version, right?
Yes,
Jimmy?
this is about 30 feet tall, which is about a tenth of the size of the real rocket. So the real rocket's 322 feet tall, about the size of the Statue of Liberty, roughly.
Roughly. Gotcha.
So we're going to use this to send astronauts back to the moon someday.
So,
and while we're at the moon,
go ahead.
while we're at the moon, we're going to use that as a proving ground for Mars. So we're going to test rovers, we're going to test spacesuits.
So that's why we're going back to basically make the moon a big, cool lab for us.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's going to be our little tinker town. So we'll figure out how to do all these things.
Okay.
And then hopefully by 2040, we'll send humans to Mars.
And then Gateway is another project you guys have over by the moon as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we're going to build a small space station, not like the International Space Station, but a small space station around the moon called Gateway.
Why not? You're going to be up there anyway.
Right. So we'll use that kind of like a place to live and work around the moon. Our lander will come up to Gateway. It'll go down to the surface. Orion will show up, deliver astronauts, stuff like that.
So Gateway's the Ritz-Carlton, and then the moon is Disneyland. You just you park at the Ritz, and then you go down, and then you come back.
Yeah, we should probably brand it. We'll talk to Ritz-Carlton about that.
All right, so how this is going to work, how much torque are we talking about?
So this thing will produce 8.8 million pounds of thrust at liftoff. So down at Kennedy Space Center, these engines on the bottom will ignite. It'll come up off the surface. About 2 minutes into flight, these white pieces here, these are solid rocket boosters, so those will fall away.
Boom.
The core stage, the orange part, will continue to orbit. So about 8.5 minutes in, it'll get up there. This whole top piece will come off. It'll stage away is what we call it.
Right.
And then this is the launch aboard system. This will fire away.
So this comes off.
And then that will come off.
And this goes away.
Yep.
Right.
And that has Orion sitting on top there.
All right.
And then that will continue forward. And you'll learn more about Orion here in a little bit.
And then this goes away.
That goes away and heads out to the moon for 42 days. It'll go deeper into space than any human-rated spacecraft has ever gone before, at least since Apollo 13. It'll hang out there for a couple days, and then 42 days later, it's going to come back to Earth.
And come back to Earth. So this is uncrewed, though, right?
Uncrewed, yes.
So you want to test it before you put human beings in there?
Absolutely. We want to make sure everything works before we stick human beings in that thing.
Wow. And this is pretty amazing. So when you guys have the event, people can come here and talk to you guys about this, and you guys can go into further detail about what's happening at the moon, why we're going back, how this is going to work, all that great stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. We can talk SLS, Orion, Gateway, what we're going to do once we get to the moon.
Yeah.
All of our experts will be here. So
that is so cool. When does Artemis launch?
It launches Monday, August 29th, and the window opens at 8:33 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, with every weather and everything.
A lot of factors going into that, yeah.
More than two.
Monday morning, definitely more than two.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. Awesome. The Artemis program, we're celebrating it at NASA. The NASA Exploration Visitor Center, and all the people here are coming to the Great Lakes Science Center, so you guys can ask all the questions in the world. How cool is that?
That's
a spaceship is behind me.
I just wonder where your outfit is, what you have on today. I just wondered, is that...
You cannot have the jacket, Wayne. I know you want it. You cannot have it. I can only have it for about another hour and a half, then I have to give it back. So
I was wondering if they sold them at the, the local shop. It's a rental.
That's okay. Thank you, Kay.